I really don't have anything to say to you today. However, I'll just talk to myself. And if you want to listen in, that's just fine. And we'll see where it goes. I was born in Minnesota, 1928, a little while ago. And my grandparents on both sides came from Sweden. But we felt at home in Minnesota. If your forebears did not come from Sweden, well, they came from Norway. If they did not come from Norway, they came from Denmark. If they did not come from Denmark, they came from northern Germany. And there were a few other people mixed in. But for the most part, my recollection is our friends, neighbors, the people we chummed around with and knew were Northern Europeans. Now, growing up in Minnesota, I understood that there was quite a difference between Northern Europeans and Southern Europeans. The people from Italy, from Greece, were far more effusive than we Northern Europeans. We were a different cut, a different culture from Southern Europe. They were more emotional, they were more outgoing, we were more staid. I can never remember ever being hugged by my father or my mother or my grandparents. I had aunts and uncles. No, we didn't. We did not do that hugging. No, no. Even handshaking. We waved when we met. You hadn't seen somebody for, say, some weeks, some months, and you met them. You a subdued wave, that was it. Don't get too rambunctious with it, not at all. And handshakes were reserved for important occasions, like you closed a business deal and then no contract, not in Minnesota in those days, no lawyer, no. You had a handshake, and that sealed the business deal. And so we weren't a touchy kind of people. But amazingly, right now, with the whole nation in lockdown, it seems that the whole nation has become Minnesota. No hugs, no handshakes. Oh my, that's where we are. And I'm wondering, when this is over, will we return? People need a touch. People need an affirming, warm handshake, maybe a double handshake. And there are people who need a hug. But maybe it'll be hard coming back to that. But then I read about Jesus in Matthew chapter 8. He touched a leper he touched. And we're afraid to get within 6 feet of somebody. Jesus touched a leper, and he touched others. I want to be like Jesus. I want to touch somebody, a good handshake. Maybe somebody needs a hug. And I hope you too want to be like Jesus, to touch people, to give a affirming handshake, to give a hug when someone needs it. Why not? Be like Jesus. Until we meet again, be like him.